So finally starting to process that salmon we got from Seattle the other day. So let me show you where we're at. When I say process, I mean we're getting it ready. So this is the precursor to salmon chowder, and basically I'm going to smoke it. So super easy. Use my brown sugar. I like to use dark brown sugar, and I use it from my vintage container that's probably been in the family for 50 years. And then I use just Morton's coarse sea or salt, not necessarily sea salt. And then I do a 2-to-1 ratio, and then I got to go through and basically break it up and mix it, and you'll get these little clumps if your brown sugar is old. But this is what I do: is I cut. You can see here, space it out evenly, and just come in, fill in all the gaps, cover it up as much as possible. And what this sugar and salt mixture is going to do, it's going to start to pull the moisture out, add a little flavor to the fish, and then you go there. When I'm done, and this will sit anywhere from 4 to 12 hours. And again, look, you can see how it's just covered. You can always, if you've got more fish, you can always add more. But I like to get it in all the nooks and crannies and crevices and make sure all the fish is covered. And then keep in mind that this will, it's going to pool up, and you'll get moisture on the edges. You'll see it getting drained. But anyway, shortest time I've done is probably 4 hours. This is really good king salmon. It's the stuff we ordered from Pike Place Fish Market. And here we go. So you can see that the, there's that slurry in there, and that is all the moisture that's pulled out of the salmon from the salt. What I do with this is I will pull it out, and I just rinse it off. And when you're messing with the salmon, you can actually feel that it's certainly not as pliable as it was before. And then I just set it on a paper towel and go through the whole thing just like that. You can see the colors change. Again, it's not near as pliable as it was before. And I just get it ready to sit on the smoker. Once I put on the smoker, I set it on low heat, or the smoke setting, which usually has it sit at about 100 and anywhere from 140 to 180 degrees. Sometimes less, depending on the weather. And it just really just kind of puts the smoke to it. It can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to smoke. Sometimes it takes it longer. It just depends on how dried out you want it. And then once it's ready, you just pull it off, bag it up, or do what you want. This is going to become salmon chowder. So anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, so pretty easy stuff. It's going to go on the Traeger here in about 2 minutes, and go from there. It's been a long day, and I think we are just about done. Let me show you. So that is about where I like it. So it's as dry as I want it. Just pull it off. It's pretty warm. It's just so oily down here. It's dry on the top. Sorry, dry up here, oily down here. I may have left it on for too long, but this is going to go into a salmon chowder. So we're going to add more moisture to it and go from there. The Traeger's been sitting at, I don't know if you can see that, about 165, and it will bounce around between, I would say, 140 and 180 on the smoke set. Oh, I'm sorry for doing that. 180 on the smoke setting. So I put it in at about 6:30, and it's 9 o'clock now. So yeah, there you go. Easy peasy. I'll show you when we do the chowder.